So maybe if I start, and I like to throw my two pence in first. So I think what really resonated in what Sarah was saying is the importance of being purposeful in a culture, and I think as per the slide a couple ago, that where organizations think about very much their objectives, what the bottom line is, they'll set strategies, processes, and the controls around there at the very top of the organization, and then just expect all of the culture to kind of follow alongside that. But that culture, that context, there is very much dependent on the individual managers, the individual employees themselves, their natural preferences and the situation that they're in. And I think without organizations being purposeful on this, then that's where these culture cracks can come into play. And I think that it's that context that can really set the environment that an organization's in. And I think one of the things when we took over in the European consulting team, we were bringing together all these people from 9 different offices around Europe, and we had to some degree a blank canvas in terms of what the culture was that we wanted to set. And in many ways, we were clear on what the processes, what the strategy, what the controls were that we wanted to put in place. But we actually went to the management team to try and get a view from them in terms of the culture. And it wasn't so much saying to them, right, what's the culture we want? What do we want people to, what do we want the day to look like? But one of the things that we did in our first management team offsite was had an exercise thinking about what were those moments that really resonated, that made you really passionate about working at our company.
Mhm.
What were that made you really energized, that made you motivated to stay and to give your best to the company? And it was really, really fascinating to see some of the answers that came through there. There were a lot of themes. Yes, people like the travel. Yes, people like the nights out. Yes, people like the perks. But overwhelmingly, the key themes that came out were things that we're seeing here. Things like empowerment, things like personal growth, seeing things like the community that they're in. And having these really gave us a blueprint to helping us shape what that culture would look like. So maybe if I give you an example in terms of growth, demographically, we had a really mixed group of consultants. Some were and project managers, some were younger, some were older. But what we wanted to do was make sure that everybody had an opportunity to develop. So everybody would have a personal development plan that would be reviewed every 3 months, and the managers were held accountable to that. We did as best we could ensure that people were on stretch opportunities, that people were doing things that were outside their comfort zone, that they were empowered and trusted to do them and take responsibility themselves, but also knowing that they had the support there from the managers. We set up a mentoring scheme, so everybody was either a mentor or a mentee, which gave even the more experienced people an opportunity to learn and learn in helping the more junior consultants develop. Um, and we also provided things like a buddy system for people's first 3 6 months in. But throughout this, it became part of the ongoing conversations, the narrative that this team was around development, around encouraging people to learn new skills and develop.